can stop a god.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, here on Dork Tales. I hope you're all having a great night tonight because we're about to. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly. I use he and him as my pronouns, and folks, we are back here 2 weeks in a row. Can you believe it? Vecna actually happening on a regular schedule. Well, this is the last one you're gonna get for a while because we're about to take a couple of weeks off, but let's see if we can finish our section in Spelljammer as we continue in the Lambeth Zenith's last voyage. Also joining me tonight are my cast of crazy characters, minus one because Christine has a family thing that she had to attend tonight. So Rosie is going to be hopping in a portal or something. You'll see. It'll make a lot of sense. But let's go around the circle and let's start with Robin.
Hello, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing Lir'wen, our way of the astral moon self elf, and she uses she, her as well.
Perfect. Down beneath you, we've got Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. I go by Blogg in the chat. I use he, him, or they, them pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Gaunt with his memories and our Hexblade Warlock. Hurt me more, Kelly. Hurt me more.
I have some hurt them mores. I think I will. Phantasmic. Someone else I'm probably going to try to hurt is Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Imogen, our fighter blender, champion fighter person who fights good. That's what she do, and yeah, I'm still sick but alive. Yay!
I am very proud of you for fighting through the illness. This flu has been wreaking havoc through the Dork Tales ranks, but it in fact, it stole Millie's corporeal form. So joining us in cartoon form is Millie, or Bunny.
Oh my gosh, that's right. It's me, a cartoon. Hi, my name is Millie. She and her, or they and them, are both good for me. Normally this is where I'd say that I'm like a VTuber violating the sacred oath by appearing not as a VTuber over here, but I have a really rough headache. So in order to keep the lights low enough to not need to deal with a green screen and camera and all of that stuff, I'm a cartoon. I was determined to be here, and it was the best way to make it happen today. But hi, I'm excited to be here, back playing Tana Starbell, our astral elf warlock who's now human, and really wants to pinch all of these new heroes' cheeks, because it's the new crew here to save the entire multiverse, and you're so good, and you're gonna go so far.
But that's not all. We also have one more member of the stream team, and that is, of course, our sponsor for the evening, Bookwyrm Games. Bookwyrm Games is a fantastic place for you to get all of the dice that your heart's desires. Your heart's desires? Your heart's desire. How many hearts do you have? Well, you can fill them with dice from Bookwyrm Games, including their edible dice, their liquid core dice, and so many more. Go to bookwormgames.com right now and use code DorkTales to save 15%. And hey, if you like enamel pins, and you're probably a fan of enamel pins if you're watching Dork Tales, check out their Witch's Kitchen enamel pin set for Pintober. It is on backer kit right now and is just absolutely cottagecore delight. Everybody buy them for the people in your life that love cottagecore things. And with that, I think it's time for us to jump into game. We've got a lot to do and little time to do it. Are you all ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's pop this political stand.
Last time on Vecna, Eve of Ruin, you all traveled, well, you all made it to the other side, making it to the starboard deck. However, before that, you had a bit of an encounter. Horatio turned out to be a slod, a death slod that had taken the guise of Tana's missing godson. After defeating him and restoring Figaro's memories, you were able to break one of the seals that holds back the rod of 7 pieces, or at least the piece of the rod of 7 pieces. 7 parts? The 7th thing. You also, at least Rosie, discovered a quaddle that was disguised as a halfling down in the brig that the slod had captured for later issues. With that, you traversed over to starboard, where you made friends with a treant lodged in that piece of ship, who you convinced to let you proceed down to the lower deck to find the next seal, on the condition that you rescue his friend, who turned out to be a blink dog, besieged by Grell. And that is where we ended game, with the Grell defeated and the dog being very thankful. All right, so, folks, it is time to jump into Vecna Eve of Ruin here on Dork Tales. Let's do it. As you stand aboard the top of the lifeboat wreck, you can see that the thick, pale roots that form dense walls on either side of here that have pulled back to part reveal a small, well, a medium-large, actually. Blink dogs are fairly sizable. They're kind of like about the size of, say, like, skinny Labradors. And the dog looks up at you wearing a leather collar studded with glowing crystals and says, "I say, thank you for the assist."
No problem. Heard you could use a paw.
Absolutely. I see that Redbud let you down here. He bounds over, wagging his tail excitedly. I would have tried to get out of here sooner, but there's a strange warping effect that appears to hamper any type of teleportation. I feared that it would shunt me off into the void.
I wouldn't be surprised.
As you say that, Rosie goes, "What do you mean weird thing about teleportation? That sounds interesting. I wonder what it looks like." And she will vanish in a puff of transdimensional warping.
Is that usual, Dana?
I was about to ask you that.
I mean, usual for her to go off and...
Your sending stone will
look.
vibrate. I'm okay.
Oh, good.
I'm back at the other part of the ship.
Okay, she's just up there.
You keep going. If you need me, just call.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna check in on that halfling that I met.
Is Boom Boom still with Gaunt?
I'm gonna roll a d20 to find out where Boom Boom is. Boom Boom is still with Gaunt.
Boom Boom is just like adopted Gaunt.
He's just looking around very confused, like...
I'll pick it up and put it on my shoulder. And just look at it. Don't get used to this.
Okay.
Guess you have a cannon.
I say. So, wait. Where did she end up going? pardon me, I'm Ikasa. I'm a blink dog. And I suppose you've come from another part of the ship. Are there still survivors?
Yes, quite a few. Honestly, so many I could almost lost track of them at some point.
I see. At that point, Ozark will lean in and say, You're the blink dog, right? I mean, it appears I am, yes. Your friend, Davros, sent us looking for you. I'm glad to see you're all right. You appear to be a pretty good dog. At this point, Casa gets somewhat morose, which on a human would be a little hard to see. I would say you'd normally have to make an insight roll. This is a dog. His tail's gonna droop. His ear's gonna droop. He's gonna look very, very, just suddenly morose. And just,
What's the matter?
Well, I saw Davros' friend, the halfling, Paulina Tindertoe, escape the wreckage of the Verdant Branch after the pirates attacked it. She floated away from the ship using the power of her own mind, and she's likely still floating somewhere out there in the astral sea. I didn't tell Davros because, well, between Red Bud, and I, we're the only survivors. I'm afraid that he'll become despondent if he finds out that our friend is awash in the void.
Can you not find her?
I haven't had the opportunity since I've been trapped in the lifeboat. But I suppose that once if we could get this strange phenomenon taken care of that hampers teleportation, it should be easy for me to go out there and find her.
Oh,
Do you have anything that belongs to her?
Yes, I do. Just one moment. And he will bound off into the lifeboat and return a moment later with a hair ribbon.
everyone's gonna start looking
Hannah's
for
going to take it gently from his mouth.
glyphs.
Blah.
Then when we're able to move, I can find her for you to put it in a pocket.
And as you say that, everyone here is going to feel that particular ringing sensation as another secret is absorbed. Ikasa's secret. Robin, what were you saying a second ago that you're going to do?
Lir'wen's looking for the glyph.
Perfect.
Because it wasn't with the tree that we noticed at all. So obviously, hopefully it's here.
Absolutely. So looking around, I want you to make me an investigation check.
Of course. Let me see if I have advantage from Ma.
Anyone else who wants to look
Spectral
around this
body.
area may easily do so.
I have a slightly different question. Because I'm assuming Tana doesn't experience the random tinglies of secret
don't.
detection things. Does she notice that everyone else is suddenly weird every time
me an
something is
insight roll.
revealed?
Maybe an insight
Yeah,
roll.
let's do one of those.
We all have a weird tick or something.
Everybody else has
Yeah,
like
so it's always
you
like
all
all of you will
shiver.
remember that pops up over your heads, and it's like, what is happening?
you're seeing the spider sense lines coming off of everyone's
Lir'wen
heads.
approves.
Yeah.
You see, Lir'wen approves. Imogen approves. Just show up in the corner of your
exactly,
vision.
exactly. Tana rolled an 18 on insight.
Yeah,
She still
they're
doesn't
getting
have
some.
much insight.
That's enough to go that you notice that they all seem taken aback at the exact same time, including the old dude.
Gonna lean in towards Gaunt and whisper, "You didn't all make a pact of some sort, did you?
It's a secret.
Oh, now that's just cheeky.
What did you get on your
D-
roll,
did-
Robin?
Think of kind of cosmic karma. I got 14, so I'm gonna spend my determination to
Perfect.
make that an 18.
Sounds good to me. With an 18, looking around, you are going to see that over in the study area down to the southwest. Let's switch over to our maps. Down over to the southwest, you are going to see that books and scrolls concerning arcane subjects pack the bookshelves here. Pressed against the wall is a redwood desk, atop which are clean sheets of parchment and 2 inkwells. Inspecting the bookshelves, you are going to see that one of the books, a volume titled Dissertations on the Abstruse Mind, that's a word, is actually a disguised strongbox. It's locked, but it does rattle around inside. Something rattles around inside of it. If you pick it up.
All right, with my arms, I will pick it up. Astral
Okay.
arms.
Sounds good. You will also notice that there is a ward on the wall above the desk. In fact,
Do I
you know what?
ru-
For ease of operations, I'm going to say that as you pull the strongbox away, it's going to be behind that book. Because that's a fun place to put it.
Yep. Do I recognize the ward?
You do. It is the similar type of ward to the one that was found in the stateroom. So if you
That's the thing.
remember the 3
Just
wards you have to
strong
disable.
box. Yes. No, I thought that
Yeah.
you're hinting that the ward was in the box. There's
The ward is
something
not
else
in the box.
strong
No,
box.
basically you go, and it's like right behind it. So they hid the ward behind the book. Did you find it
Sounds
over
good.
there? Osric will say.
Yes, it's behind here. This book. Also, I found this box that has shink, something in it, and Lir'wen's gonna try and pry it open with her arms.
All right, make me an athletics check.
I will. With my astral arms.
Do you shake the box sort of like you would shake a can of like cat treats?
100%.
You have a mysterious container, and you have now summoned a warlock who is going to
Yes.
peek over your shoulder as you do
And a
this.
cleric, because you know Osric is going to like flounce over.
We're both over
Ooh.
one shoulder each. We're like, oh.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
over to
that's
the blink
good.
dog
Okay.
while this is going on, and then reach into
have
my
to
bag of
know.
holding and just pull out a big long bone, and just kind of put it down by the dog and walk away.
Sir, you spoil me. And he's gonna.
Imogen's just debating whether or not to stab this particular room. It's worried.
26 to open the box.
26. You're gonna hear, and the lock on the book box is going to crack open. As it does, I need you, Tana, and Osric to make me a Constitution saving throw.
God, no.
Is it for
God, imagine having
disease,
Constitution at
or-
level 12. Couldn't be me.
It is for poison.
Cool. I don't
Oh.
have to make that.
Okay.
I am immune to
I still
disease and
do.
poison.
I rolled a 4.
Oh,
Oh my God.
no.
Oh God, Osric as well. Osric rolled a
Like,
19
I have a
and
total-
still failed.
Total of 7.
Okay,
Oh,
Osric
no.
rolled a 19 and failed. So both you, Tana, and Osric are going to have the poison condition as a little of poisonous gas erupts out of the book and fills both of your nostrils.
Why did I choose to breathe here? Mistake,
breathing's the-
rookie mistake.
I know, right? Breathing's the worst. Gross.
Wait, is
It's
this
optional
bad? I
sometimes.
just got a little bit. I got a little bit in my nose, but it's like, is this bad?
As you snuff in, it doesn't make you sick, but it does smell like a very rank fart.
Ooh. All right, what's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? Looking in the
What's in
box,
the
you are
box?
going to see that there is a potion rattling around inside,
Ooh.
along with a journal.
Ooh.
This is a journal with very, very fancy filigree, red leather, and has a flowing script in both common and celestial.
Holds it up in like Osric's general direction.
That's celestial.
I can't read it. I can read infernal. I don't think that
We'll
translates.
just read it in reverse then. It's basically the opposite.
All right, Lir'wen's gonna start reading it in reverse.
As soon as you start reading it in
that'll work.
reverse, you'll see that there is a picture of the piece of the rod of 7 parts. And it looks like there are annotations around it, many in common, that talk about the Rod of 7 Parts. The journal belongs to someone named Inda and contains writings regarding experiments with that rod piece. And with the success that you made before, I'm going to say, like, Osric looks over your shoulder, goes,
There's a password there.
Huh. Yeah, where?
It's right. It says in celestial passphrase.
and there is a sentence there that says, "The moon sings a song for the lost."
Sings a song for the lost.
You'll hear the sound of breaking glass. Very tiny, just and the ward is going to depower.
Imogen's in the middle of like lining up a swing, just like, oh.
Oh, that's not as fun. Sorry.
I think you unlocked it.
Yeah, it
Huh.
probably worked for all of them. All right, so we just have to jump down to the next segment, right?
I think so.
Find
First
an
off,
antique
Lir'wen's
talk
gonna
then, maybe.
put Lir'wen's gonna take the stopper off the bottle and then just do like a little try and figure out what the potion is.
It is a potion of mind reading.
Ooh. Anyone want a potion of mind reading?
Ooh,
Sure.
Hand it over to Gaunt.
Fine, but I get the next one.
Well, the reason I want it is so that you don't get it.
that's hardly fair, but justified. All right, everyone. So, let's get this show on the road. What do you say?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like really quick flip to the front page of the Who's the Journal for again. Inda, does the journal say?
Inda. The property of Inda Malayuri.
Not gonna even attempt to try spell that.
We haven't
Captain
met an
Inda.
Inda yet, have we?
I don't think so.
Inda Malayuri. Captain Inda Malayuri. I'm gonna put captain in there just to make it even clearer that this is the captain.
Yeah, we didn't. That was the captain that's died or lost.
Theoretically, yes. Yeah,
So
she did.
if the ward is broken, does that mean that we can safely teleport here?
think
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, you can always try.
We'll just go into a random place like Rosie did, but maybe we'll end up somewhere not as pleasant.
Yeah.
What about gateways?
What do you mean? Like the gate spell?
Yeah, like an arcane gate.
Might be similar.
I mean, anything's worth a try if you're brave.
I mean, at least
Let's
that
do
way we can
that.
see out the other end before going through. Probably a bit safer.
I mean, you
I
can
mean,
try it.
We're
I
just
mean,
jumping, aren't we?
we can fly. I mean, most of us.
Osric looks at Imogen.
At the very least, we
can
can
jump
probably
really high.
aim her.
Yeah, just aim me. Throw.
Exactly.
Oh, it's fine.
Like a shooting star.
I'm gonna look between the both of you and just make such a smirk.
What?
I'm gonna just look around, and
I
Imogen's just gonna
feel
try doors and stuff, and
awful
she's just bored of whatever
after
this
that box
conversation
was
is.
opened.
All right. Well,
Does anyone have anything for getting rid of whatever that is? It sticks in my nose and I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
that's a good point. One moment. Let me see. I've got. Yes. Here we go. Just a moment. Here we go. And lesser restoration. Go.
And he'll
Oh,
bop
it
you on the
tingles.
head. And
Is
you
that
will
really
be
the spell?
restored.
Woo!
And he will go. Wait a minute.
Ah,
I also feel like crap. One moment.
And will cast it on himself.
Oh, much better. Okay. Does anyone need any healing before we go? Should we take a quick rest, or
I'm good.
I'm
just
good.
gonna keep looking around, and yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
looking for
I mean, we
doors.
could take
looking
a
for
short
enemies.
Do
rest.
a quick
Actually, a short
rest?
rest would be good.
Yeah.
It'll take 10. That's fine.
All right. Short rest, crew. Short rest, crew. Here.
Short rest, crew. All right, everybody takes 10 to recuperate.
Imogen's still looking around and doing stuff like she doesn't need it.
All right, sounds good. Actually, Imogen, as you're kind of looking around and like opening stuff, can you make me an investigation check?
Sure can. Ooh, that's a 14 because I rolled a 14.
Cool. As you are looking around, you just kind of like poking around. You can go over and glance around the lifeboat over there. And as you do, when Ikasa went and rummaged around, he knocked over a little compartment. Well, less a compartment, more that his shifting around knocked something loose that was wedged underneath one of the seats. It's a small purse, an emergency fund from the looks of it, with about 100 gold pieces. Free gold.
Yeah. I'll take it if no one's looking. This is payment for rescuing them from those stupid grells.
This is true. All right. 10 minutes pass. You all recuperate, get your key points back.
And then immediately put two of them, use them again to get my stando.
Stendo.
All right. Summoning your stand back, you can see that the forecastle and top deck are a bit of a ways away, about 400 or 500 feet down this giant creature's frame. You should be able to leap to it and then guide yourself using the powers of your mind. Those of you that have minds that can power such a thing.
Imogen. And who else had trouble? Was it Osric had trouble?
It's int based, yeah.
Yeah.
Who had
You'll be fine.
trouble with this last time?
I think Lir'wen had a bit of trouble.
With
I only have a
what? Sorry?
+2 to my int.
Oh.
Falling, flying, directing yourself.
Oh, yeah, I have a +0, so.
Osric?
I'll be fine. I've mastered it now.
Just in case, you three come over here.
All right.
and
Why?
I'm gonna let you fly.
I don't want to fly.
You don't have to
I
if you
do.
don't want to. But if you need to jump really, really far, this will help.
All right.
Fine.
Do it quick.
I'll cast the fly spell on them.
Sounds good. How many people can you cast that on?
Because I'm using a 5th level spell slot that in my ring of spell storing. All 3 of them.
Ooh, nice. Perfect. All right, so I am going to just give a little wing icon to...
You have a 60-foot. You all have a 60-foot fly speed, or you 3 have a 60-foot fly speed if you decide to use it
All
for
right,
an hour
sounds good.
Oh, for an
or
hour.
until I drop concentration. Oh, 10 minutes. For 10 minutes.
All right.
I mean, still pretty good.
Still
So how
pretty
long
good.
does
If I
this
could fly
last?
for
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Not terribly long. We should get it moving.
All right.
All right.
All right. Last one over there's a rotten egg, right?
Dog, I forget your name.
Me? My name is Ikosa.
Right, you're Mikasa. Ikasa.
Ikasa. Mikasa's my
Ikasa.
sister.
Mm.
And Sue
Wanna go
Kasa's
see
my
Pintober?
cousin.
Yeah. Would you like to come?
I should stay
I
here
can
with
give you a
Redbud.
lift. Mm.
Make sure that he's alright. I mean, a tree is a dog's best friend in many cases.
I don't know if the tree feels that, but fair.
He's got a particular, predilection.
All right, have fun.
Shall we get going?
I have questions that need no answering, but when we're done here, I'll return to help you find your friend, okay?
Thank
Just
you.
gonna get the dog a little pat.
I like you. You didn't tell me your name, but I like you just fine.
Tana Starbell. Scoofle, scoofle.
The Tana Starbell that destroyed the Zoraxian Empire?
She'll do a little bow and try not to drop a book. Yes.
A little paw will go up in front of his mouth.
Oh.
Nice
Congratulations on destroying elven fascists.
To meet you. Well, someone had to.
You're quite famous in my book.
It was a teamwork, really. It wasn't just me.
Well, you're quite famous in my Blink Dog book circle. If we later on, I'd love it if you could sign. I have a copy of the romance novel about you and the not Zatrovian, you and the Zorixian princess that was written by by Mool and Rek Velnar.
You know that's not a fan fiction, right? Happy to sign it for you, though.
I'm happy to have it signed. I have extra copies. We can sell it on Treebay, the Treant website.
Whatever you
lives.
prefer.
Excellent. Good
I would
luck.
say A-Bay.
Yeah, it'd probably be A-Bay.
Astral Bay.
Astral Bay? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, move up to Tana and just kind of quietly be like, romance novel?
You're heroes. You play your cards a little bit wrong and they write true smut about you in the history books. It's not my fault.
So then you just act.
God, I hope they haven't written just smut about me.
He'll look a little stuck up,
I mean,
like just kind of like, well, what's the name of it so I know to avoid it?
she will tell you.
It is
Noted.
Love in the Stars. Or Lust in the Stars. Lust in the Stars. Lust in
time we get a
space.
free moment.
It's Lust in space.
Next time,
Lust
when we
in
get a free
space.
moment, I'm gonna try and look up Lust in Space.
Yep. Yep.
Perfect. Perfect.
I
you
think
know
I've
she's
seen-
trying to destroy the universe, right? Anyways, it's a fun fling, though.
I think I did. I was in a very similar sounding plot in a Hexflix movie. Yeah.
I remember that. You were played by, never mind, it's probably. Let's go!
And with that,
What was
I'm assuming that you're all gonna like just kind of jump and sail across the void.
How far is it?
About 500 feet.
Cool.
Why? what's
Imogen
up?
takes a running start.
You know what? When you leap, you sure as hell can like jump a lot farther with this fly spell.
I mean, she's trying to ignore that.
It's still pretty damn impressive. And as you leap across the divide, you are going to sail over there. As you do, you're going to notice a couple of things. The first is going to be that the critters that were floating around the wreckage here are far less prevalent. Before, you were seeing scavers and other strange beasts of the astral sea, but with, I don't know, something has changed. Perhaps it's the death of that slod. For now, you have no problem floating between the two places. You follow down, and as you do, Imogen, you're going to land first. Can I get an acrobatics roll for a hero landing?
Sure can. What are we doing here? You say acrobatics?
Acrobatics, yeah.
Or athletics?
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Got to protect the knees.
Fair. Though she doesn't care. That is. So, question for you.
Yes.
When I have remarkable athlete and can add half my proficiency bonus to any strength, dexterity, con check that doesn't already use my proficiency bonus, does that include acrobatics? Because it doesn't use my proficiency?
Yeah, if you're not
Or is
proficient
it just
in
basic checks?
I think that works. Yeah, if you're not proficient in it, then you can add half your proficiency.
Cool. I think I had done that, so that's good to know. I just had to double check now that we were in the moment when I was using it.
Totally.
That is a 14.
14, pretty solid roll. As you flip across the void, you are going to be able to come down using the weight of your armor to slam into the top of the forecastle deck. It's a pretty nice landing. You could have done a bit better, but I mean, honestly, the fly spell messed you up. You would have done way better without the fly spell, obviously, right?
Obviously.
Right?
I don't think everyone's doing rolls, Robin, because, well, I mean, you
can if you
probably
want to.
can, but I'm
All
the
right.
one who's trying to ignore the fact that I have a fly spell cast on
All right,
me.
Lir'wen, you absolutely can make a roll with all your arms. Go ahead. But if you botch, you're going to
Nice.
accidentally swat somebody out into the astral sea.
That's fair.
Because you got too many arms.
I have expertise in acrobatics, so it's gross what I can add. So basically, let's go.
Let's do it. Did you get that one?
Nope, nat 20, so that's a 35.
Okay, so do you want to describe this?
Yeah, I think Lir'wen, like, leaps off with the fly spell, does, like, cartwheels with her arms in the air, just doing spinning tricks as she's going, and then she just does, like, the most perfect, like, superhero landing, but her arms are doing it, so then she just kind of lands, like, in a cool pose as well, just like
floating and like, yeah.
cross
Basically,
legs,
You're doing
arms
your
catcher.
art pose. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so let me tell you what you're landing on. As you float down to the forecastle and top deck, you can see that this part of the ship is wedged in the meat of what was this ancient godling. A colossal heart, part flesh and part stone, looms over this segment's top deck. What remains of the ship's prow is plunged deep into the heart, and the deck rumbles as the heart pulses. Scraps of gossamer sails dangle off the ship's broken-off mast, which is jammed through one of the doors leading into the forecastle.
thought this was a dead god. Why is its heart still beating?
I mean, gods are pretty hard to kill.
Osric's going to say as he floats down.
I mean, maybe there's some life in the old girl yet. Or boy, or... Oh god, I really hope we don't land on the genitals.
Not typically near the heart, usually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a god. Who knows?
Although, to be fair, that heart's pretty sickly. It's not beating very regularly.
Hmm.
He could just be in death throes.
Some creatures' hearts will still beat on occasion after they've freshly been killed.
What, like a
For
chicken?
creature- Or fish.
I mean,
Is this the god of
Sure.
chickens?
For a creature that
don't
has
think
an
so.
immortal lifespan, maybe its death throes can last thousands of years.
Well, that's creepy as shit. Congrats.
Lir'wen's gonna go look at the heart.
It is a massive heart. To say that it is about the size of... Oh, God. It's larger than a gymnasium. Like, it is massive. I would say the heart is probably a good 100 feet tall. If not more. And the ship is embedded in it. The only way forward from here appears to be to head down into the top deck, which is directly beneath the forecastle. Let's go ahead and move down there.
No more meat slides, please.
And looking at that, you can see that the broken mast is blocking the only door into the top deck.
Oh, something I can maybe move.
Absolutely. Make me an athletics check.
Stretch. Athletics check.
Gotta admit, this is kind of a nice aesthetic, though, hey?
It's pretty
Yeah,
metal.
There's definitely. Yeah.
Wonder what happens when we pull the splinter out.
Starts spewing blood.
I wonder what he was the
Four.
god of.
That's a 29 to move it.
Holy crap. Okay, so you are going to pick it up and just like... How do you do this? Like, this is a mast that is blocking this door.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do like I'll kind of wiggle it loose and then do like the caber tossers,
Perfect.
where you like heft it up and
It's
and then
going
toss
to-
it end over end into like the void or something.
Oh man, like there's going to be like a gout of just absolutely congealed black blood that it doesn't really spray so much as it like flings like dried paint onto the deck as you do that. And you're going to watch
Wow. That's going a long ways.
I've had better distance.
It's space, the void. You know, there's more resistance.
Yeah, it messes
from the
everything
lack
up.
of gravity.
Mm-hmm. It's probably the fly spell that did it. Well, shall we?
and Osric is going to take a step forward, grab the door, and walk face first into it.
Is it a push or pull door?
Pull.
It's
He'll pause and try to pull it.
nope, just locked.
Just locked.
I would have.
I'm sure Imogen could help with that as well.
Imogen, do you have your key on you?
I'm gonna kick the door down.
All right, give me another athletics check.
That's a
92.
That's a 26.
Perfect. The door is going to absolutely explode under your foot, rocking on its hinges. And as soon as you kick it, you are immediately going to hear someone inside.
I'm here to
as-
help.
Come in peace. Kick.
Kicking open the door, you're going to find yourself in a cabin. Now, in this cabin, clothes are tossed over chair backs and open books are strewn across tables. At the back of the room stands a creature that many of you have actually probably seen before, a Deva. Her right leg below the knee is a wood and metal prosthetic, and from her back extends a massive white feathered wing, but only one of them. She has intricate tattoos in pure silver all over her arms and hands and the bit of her chest that's exposed. She's wearing a kind of a fuchsia pirate shirt, and on top of that, a bright, well, a navy blue, I should say, vest with shoulder straps and brightly polished brass buttons. As you kick open the door, she is sitting in a crushed blue velvet chair. A captain's hat with a broad, feathered plume dangles from one of the corners. She reaches toward a blade. How friendly are you?
I mean, we've been fighting Grell and different beasts. We killed that death slod. Your crew that's alive is...
A lot friendlier when
doing
no
well.
one's hands are on weapons.
They're honestly extremely friendly.
Captain Inda, I presume? Maliyuri?
Yes. Captain
There, we'll
Inda.
hold out the journal.
I see that you have been having some fun pillaging my wreck.
And saving your crew. What's left of them.
Explain yourself.
Oh,
What do you mean by that?
where?
Well, there was the Slad that was pretending to be, I believe it was Horatio, and was tormenting,
Mhm.
What was his name? Imogen?
I don't remember.
Figaro.
Figaro.
Figaro's
We
still
restored
alive.
his memory. Yes.
Kisara, Zastra, Lisan. I guess Zastra and Lisan came later, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Ikasa?
Make me a
Mhm.
persuasion roll, Gaunt. With advantage, please.
Sweet. Let's see here. Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a 24.
24. Her fingers drift off the edge of her cutlass. And she goes to stand up, but there's a slight grind in her leg, and it takes her a moment of smacking her fist against the side of it before one of the gyros releases. It's a bit banged up, but not as banged up as you see lying on the floor is a piecemeal and bent and broken mechanical wing that looks like it fits where her missing right wing would go.
We have a friend who's an artificer. She made, points to Boom Boom on Gaunt's shoulders. She might be able to fix that wing.
That would be most welcome. Yes, I'm sorry. We've had a lot of raiders through here. At least I've had a lot of raiders. And I've been fairly worried that more of them were on the way. But it appears that you're not raiders. You're here to help. Why?
We're after the rod.
I see. If I may ask, for what purpose?
To kill a god.
Yeah.
Shove it up Vecna's ass.
Shove it up the god of secrets from Earth?
Yeah. He's taking secrets and gaining power, and we need that rod to try and weaken him.
Yes.
So then we can shove it up his ass.
Not the most orthodox thing that
we're,
I
we're
would...
Death Wish, by the way.
Death Wish.
I do like that name.
Right? It's good.
I haven't heard of you, but
You have now.
I have now. Yes. Well, I
You were
They're
saved
suppose...
by
typically
Death
from
Wish.
other planes, but I will say that they seem to be real darn heroes. I'm pretty impressed with them, to be honest.
Are you not...
Oh,
part
also
of Death-
Tana.
We've heard
Nice
of
to meet you.
Lir'wen as well.
Tana. I know you.
Entirely
We-
possible?
We met at a speed dating round 15 years ago on Brawl's Rock.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Wait, did you have the mechanical wing then?
Yeah, but it was juiced up.
Okay. It's good to meet you again.
You never called.
I'm sorry. If it helps, I never mean to ghost anyone. I just am terribly good at tripping over a book into a crisis.
I've been stranded in a god's heart for the past while.
Has that beating not driven you insane?
It's fairly irregular, so honestly, it just mostly annoys me. I try to
Paranoid?
block it out.
Yeah.
That, I mean, being a celestial, my mind's a bit sturdier than not. At least to weird psychedelic bullshit like this.
Is there anyone else that needs help on this part of the ship?
I've been by myself for months. I've been doing a lot of reading.
Anything good?
I finally finished The Dark Tower. So, that's nice.
I've been trying to read that for 500 years.
It's a little hard to get through the Wolves of the Kala, but once you get through it, you have to read all of his other stuff. But anyway, it's unimportant.
There's more.
Where are the books
The books? They're everywhere.
that you've been reading?
I mean, look, there are books all over the floor in this room.
Gaunt's gonna just start looking over them, seeing if there's anything interesting, secretly looking for lust in space.
You know what? I'm gonna roll percentiles. And there is a chance it is here. Okay? I'm gonna say there is.
69%, it's there.
If it's above 69%? Is that what you said?
I mean, I was just gonna say if you thought it was gonna be very rare, if it was gonna be like a certain percentage of like one single percentage.
I rolled a
I was gonna be
49,
like
so I rolled
69.
under that anyway. You are going to see there are quite a few books there. There are the Annals of Skillian the Brave. There is Horny and Hexeter House. There is what else would there be? There would be
If there is anything like with a romantic
Sexy Nurses of
bend
Exilar.
or
Sorry, go ahead.
anything like that, Gaunt will actually just try and, when nobody's looking or if he thinks he can get away with it, try and pocket it.
Yeah, sure. Make me a sleight of hand check.
Got to check, see if I have my determination. I do. I'm going to use my determination and my reborn ability for add an extra d6 here. This is very important for keeping up appearances. That'll be a 19.
A 19. You are going to manage to pocket a book called Desires of the Elder Dragons, which has a very intricate, handsome, red-haired dragonborn, well, humanoid dragonborn man embracing a blonde-haired dragonborn female on the cover, bosoms galore on both parts.
So I have a passive perception of 19. Does Lir'wen catch that?
Yep.
All right, Lir'wen's gonna make a mental note to get him better fiction because that is obviously trash.
So that was an 18 that you had, right, Gaunt?
19.
19?
But
Okay.
I think
So
attacking wins, right? So
attacking
should
wins,
notice,
yeah. I'm gonna let Lir'wen notice just for fun. But
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, Lir'wen probably has a nice expansive collection of her own, so she will definitely, at some point, sleight of hand some literature to Gaunt later.
So, sorry, what was the name of that book? I'm writing this down.
it was Desires of the Elder Dragons.
Thank you.
Trash. Absolute trash.
I know, look at all this smut, and he'll kick some and pretend to be like...
You kick over a copy of A Whole Lot of Love, spelled Hole. My Travels Around Elos, with Open Heart and Open Legs by Ace and Rightwing. And I need somebody to write that down and send it to Kat immediately.
Yeah.
Somebody clip that.
Somebody
Also,
clip
wait
it.
a minute. Are you just openly kicking books in front of a space librarian? You are getting the biggest frown.
PvP. Here we go. Here's PvP, guys. Tana versus it's Warlock off.
Excuse you.
Nothing useful here.
So,
People put time and work into
Mhm.
making those books, you know?
look, if you need the rod, then I'm
Fine.
willing to help you reach it.
What do you mean?
Well, it was stored in the safe room directly beneath this bridge. To protect it from raiders, it was kept in a safe room. It's equipped with magical security that is powered by 3 wards that are spread throughout the ship.
Yeah, we've already dealt with
Able
2 of them.
to them.
Oh. Okay. Well, the last one
Yeah.
is
The moon sings a song for the lost. Lir'wen's just gonna yell out into the ship.
you have to do it. You read my diary, didn't you?
I literally just handed you your journal. Yes.
Yep. Can you read Celestial?
In her defense, we were told you were dead.
Yeah, we were told you're dead. I didn't read it in Celestial. She points to Ozark. He did. He just told me the passphrase.
To be
he
fair,
wrote it.
I
can
was-
get mad at him.
I was poisoned, so I avoided most of the pornography.
There's not an she's gonna go like bright red.
Listen,
To
magical rods are
honest.
very erotic.
To be honest, I didn't read any pornography, but I thought that would be a great way to check and see if
I'm just
there
gonna
was anything.
cuff Ozark across the side of the head.
Ow! You're lucky my head's sturdier than that door.
Lir'wen's
You
gonna
gotta
smack
be.
his ass with one of our astral arms.
Gonna sneak over to Inda and whisper, "It's okay. I had a request to get a signed copy of a porn book featuring me a few minutes ago. It's a real book. It's a weird life. Could be worse."
It's a very weird life. Well, the last rune Wait, it's powered by 2 runes. I thought it was 3. What the balls?
So it's already open. Great.
All right, you know what?
It is now.
It is now.
Imogen door.
All right, so, well, with that, saying that, you've deactivated the last rune, which was conveniently inside of this room.
Oh wow, that's super convenient.
It's super convenient. It's, I feel like I should have had...
Fairly easy.
See, this is why I had 3 runes. Because if I only had 2 runes, it wouldn't be nearly as secure.
No.
Is this triple arcane verification thing Rosie was talking
Oh
about?
yeah, it's
Yes.
the triple verification.
It's the safest way without using trying to think of a V word that means sorceress, so that we have a VPN. But
Vixen.
a vixen. No, anyway, it's the safest that you can do without using Surfshark. Not sponsored. Would be sponsored. She says to the camera for some reason.
What are you looking at?
Sorry, it's a Dava thing. You wouldn't get it. All of us are sponsored by higher beings.
No, that's them. Points to the 2 warlocks.
Fair.
That guilty is charged, although debatable on the being.
Well, with that, I haven't been able to deactivate the runes to get the rod piece myself, and I have... It's somewhere down below. I've been avoiding exploring anything around here because, well, I've seen a serpentine monster emerge from Havock's heart.
Sorry. What?
A giant serpentine monster. I think it's living inside of the heart. I hear it moving sometime at night. Well, not night, but it's always night in the Astral Sea. Sometimes when I sleep, I hear it moving.
Imogen, do you want to
Yeah.
go, yeah, let her out a
Yeah.
sneak?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good. Well, best of luck. You can head right through that door or this one, and that'll take you right down.
Great.
I wish you luck. I'd join you, but I don't want to.
That's fair. Your wing's broken, your arms are rusty.
Understandable.
I haven't eaten in months.
It's okay. I have this Sunblade.
Fair. Definitely fair.
I could use a new pair of scale skin boots.
Ooh, yeah. I'll try and cut carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get you out of here, I can get you a dinner on the Brawl if you want.
You do owe me.
Mm-hmm. I did ghost you.
You did. I might forgive you.
I was probably out of the plane at the time, but, you know.
Oh, that's a common excuse.
I know. I'm sorry, but it's probably true.
Let's go downstairs. Everyone out. Let's get going.
All right.
Imogen's already like halfway just walking.
I know, right? Lir'wen's
gonna-
like on the stairs with Imogen, like we're already just
I'm gonna-
I'm just awkwardly
I'm gonna-
being gay back here. Take your time.
I'm gonna try and usher everyone out as quickly as I can, and then at the end, I'm gonna look back at the Deva and just reach into the bag of holding again and throw some dried meat.
They're trying to throw a bone at her.
No.
I thought he was gonna throw a porn at her, to be honest.
And just say, be careful. It's very spicy.
I don't think you know how spicy I can handle.
Now, for the record, Kelly,
Hmm.
the only thing I've decided Gaunt can taste is capsaicin, like hot.
Capsaicin?
Because
Yeah.
all of his taste buds are dead.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
So,
Yeah.
like, when I say it's very spicy, it's like
It's
it's
spicy
he
enough so Gaunt can
it's
taste it.
spicy.
it's spicy enough that he thinks it's hot.
All right, sounds good. So as she kind of gives you,
I'm just gonna hear the background.
Well, as soon as you walk out, you'll a moment later, as you're heading down into the cargo hold, you hear, "Fuck me, that's spicy."
I'm also just imagining that last little bit of like a scene with the captain and Tana being super awkward at each other, and then the camera just pans over to Gaunt standing there, just like, can we, Tana, move? Like,
God.
yeah.
And then he throws meat at her.
Then throws
Even
meat
more
at her.
awkwardly gay.
All right. Are you guys just headed straight down to the cargo hold?
Let's
That's
do it.
where Imogen's going.
Perfect.
She's just
Yeah.
All right, heading down into the
shield out, sunblade out. Let's rock something.
All right,
Right.
heading down into the cargo hold. You are going to pass through the forward cargo hold, where empty crates and barrels litter this deck, and a double door stands at the fore. The door's surface no longer shimmers, but it would have a moment before. Well, I guess about 10 minutes before. Well, a moment before, because we just had that third one. As you head up to it, the fizzle fades away, and you step through. The room in front of it, on the other side of that glittering portent, is filled with an overwhelmingly foul stench. This room is destroyed, and where the prow should be, a gaping hole leads into the putrid core of Havock's heart. The beating continues. Do you?
Yeah. Whoop. No hesitation. Just
All
yeah,
right. So, though much of Havock's heart has petrified over time, as you transition inside, you'll see that the heart is still beating. And in fact, the beating has grown much louder as you progress inside of this. The foul air inside of here permeates you. The air inside of here is foul. And the moment you take a breath of it, you will gain, if you are capable of gaining it, you will gain the poisoned condition until you can breathe fresh air again.
And if you don't have to
If you don't have to breathe, you are fine.
Sick. High fives all around. Woo!
Okay. Okay. So Osric and Imogen are not having a great time.
Great. Smells wonderful.
The walls, ceiling, and floor of this area is made of purple flesh. Parts of the flesh have been petrified, hardening into gray crystal, while other parts remain soft and spongy. It's dimly lit by floating orbs of pinkish bioluminescence. And beyond the shattered safe room, you find yourself in an oval chamber with walls of purple flesh lit by pinkish bioluminescent orbs. The air reeks of death. An opening in one wall leads into another chamber. There's a huge amount of debris from the ship inside of this room. You could look through it to see if there's anything cool there, or you could continue onward.
Lir'wen will give it a quick glance-a-roni.
Sure, give me an perception check.
Perception, nice. And since it's been 10 minutes, Lir'wen will re-up her arms and body and get her, or arms and face and get her spectral body.
Sounds good, and you will have lost the fly spell at this point.
Yes.
And I guess gonna use Armor of Shadows to cast Mage Armor for free.
Sounds good.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Looking around, you'll see among the wreckage, there is a gilded spyglass worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Yoink.
Do you progress further?
I dislike this air, but yes.
I'm not particularly fond of it either.
Yeah.
Can you guys hold your breath?
Not that long.
My favorite.
All right, well, just have to be quick then.
Who's going
It's my
first?
plan. Imogen.
I'm followed right behind by Lir'wen.
Shield out.
All right. Heading through, you find yourself stepping around into one of the ventricle chambers. The walls and floor of this massive chamber alternate between gray, petrified stone and flexing muscle and flesh. Clinging to the ceiling is a serpentine monster, a monstrosity like a skinless snake. Its long, draconic snout drips with venom as it slumbers.
Oh, I don't like that.
Does it have legs, or is it just?
It has
like
legs.
a-
So they say serpentine, but what it basically looks like is picture a spiked brontosaurus,
Yeah.
right? Then strip all of its flesh off so that it's only purple muscle tissue.
Perfect.
And then give it a real broad mouth. And then
No,
it's
thank
clinging
you.
to the roof. You know, just for fun.
Just for funsies.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We.
Huh.
You can hear it
How tall is the chamber cavern?
50 feet.
50 feet, cap.
Cool. Cool.
It's clinging to the
Well, I
roof
don't love that.
No.
and snoring as it is slowly dripping snot and drool down onto the floor.
Kind of makes you wish Roxy was here just so that that Rosie was here just so that she could fireball the thing, right?
I mean, we have the cannon, but it only is 15
Yeah.
feet.
I
Throw the
can
cannon at it.
hit it from here and wake it up. It'll probably come after us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't reach it up there.
Yeah, I can't either. I know Rosie offered to make, like, slippers of spider climb. Maybe I should take her up on that.
Might be a good idea.
All right.
Everyone get ready.
Everyone get ready.
Ready?
Well, best of luck, everyone. I'll be around if you need me.
And as Osric says that, Osric is going to step out of Osric and walk around a corner, leaving an Osric copy standing there, scratching his butt.
Good call.
Yeah.
Hit it hard, hit it fast.
So stealth isn't an option then?
Get the jump on it, yeah. I don't mind drawing its attention.
We're not very stealthy of a group.
If we try and
Hey,
get
Kelly,
it,
quick question.
Quick answer.
Oh, sorry, Blogg. Was
Go ahead.
that slot a humanoid?
No, it is a...
It doesn't
I
count as
bel-
humanoid.
No, I believe it's an aberration.
Well, dang, never mind. I
Why, what's
probably
up?
don't conveniently have a vial of humanoid blood that died within the last 24 hours.
I mean, you probably do. There were plenty of places you could have collected some from dead people.
But it has to be a recent death, though. Like the last 24 hours.
I don't think
allow
we've
it.
been here that long, so you might have
Yeah.
had it before you even did this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you stop by
Conveniently.
Hellmart.
Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna regret this, but yeah, you have it.
You absolutely are. Give me a moment.
Oh no.
With whatever this thing is, I don't care if Kelly regrets it.
Yeah, right? This thing is a thing.
It's a thing, and this is gonna suck for Imogen.
Yep. Yep, with being
'Cause
poisoned.
I'm poisoned, right?
Yep.
You're poisoned.
Yep. Yay.
All right. So why don't we go ahead and Gaunt, are you just going to step in and do the thing?
Well, what I'm thinking we should do is if I go over to the bottom here and can see it, try and shoot at it just with an Eldritch Blast and try and encourage it to come after me down here, and then others can come from up here and ambush it and come down at it while it's angry with me. That's what I'm going to suggest, especially if it is kind of draconic looking. Spreading out might not be a bad idea. I don't know what kind of a breath weapon it might have, but dragons tend to breathe shit, so
Now, I have to ask, who has the first piece of the rod? Was it Gaunt?
I think it was Rosie.
It was
Of
Rosie.
course.
Yeah.
It was Rosie. Of course it was Rosie. Never mind.
Yep.
Oh, that's so good. I love it so much. So, as you're doing this, can I please get anybody who is moving beyond the initial space to make me a stealth roll?
Can we make it with advantage because it's sleeping?
Nope. It's a light
Oh.
sleeper.
Well, I'm gonna
Oh.
use my
Ah, that's
Pal
cute.
Lives thing again. Well, that's not too bad.
So, poison means I have disadvantage on ability checks, right?
Yes, which means you have super disadvantage with your armor. That's not a thing, but yeah,
No, it's just the one, right?
it's just the one. It's just the one. So you might as well be as loud as you can, right? Because it's not gonna matter.
22.
I mean, it did put me out of a nat 20.
Oh no.
But then I rolled a 15, so I have a
Rude.
21.
Okay. Doing pretty well.
20 for stealth.
20. Okay, good. Boom Boom has a 21. All right. And would you get Tana?
I was distracted looking stuff up. Not a lot. I've got a 10.
A 10? You know what? It's a
You
group.
trip over a book and find yourself in a predicament.
Actually, it's not a group stealth check. But you said that you were looking stuff up. You weren't moving, right?
No, not currently.
Okay, then don't worry about it.
Like 10
All
is
right,
really
so-
just keeping an eye on the crew. She's trying to let the heroes, be heroes, and she'll back them up if they need it.
I
All right.
moved myself to where I'm intending to go. I don't know if I make it there.
Sure, with that roll you will. You make it all the way across the room, hiding in the area that is the easternmost portion of that ventricle. What do you do?
Look at everyone, make sure everyone's ready, and then I'm just going to Eldritch Blast it.
Okay. Make me 3 attacks.
For map reasons, because I can't move myself, can somebody move me towards where Gaunt is, but like not quite as far? I still want to be hiding behind whatever one of these things are, if they exist.
Perfect.
Though.
That makes sense to me.
Cool.
Okay. And also, as you're passing by Osric, he is going to touch you with a hand and cast guidance on you to give you a D4 on your next attack. Because damn straight he is. All right, make me 3 attack rolls for your Eldritch Blast. They will have advantage because the first one will have advantage, I should say.
Okay.
Because the
Sounds good. Then the first one, yeah. So dirty 20,
Okay.
21, and 24.
Okay, those are 3 hits. Roll me damage, and as you do, the Eldritch Blasts are going to streak across the room, slamming into the monster that is going to open its eyes in a surge of anger and let out a roar of pain. Can I get an
Nice.
initiative roll and your damage?
9, 7, and 5 force damage.
9, 7, 5. Oh, you make me have to add things. 9 and 7 is 16. 21 points of force damage. And ironically, I'm not immune to force damage. Who would have thought? All right, that's going to slam into the side of it, and let's roll initiative. All right, so top of the initiative, Osric with a 23. Okay. This thing with a... I must have meant to hurt them more to reroll that. That wasn't great. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's not terrible. So, that's a 15. All right, checking initiative scores right now. That's going to slam into them 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Or 1, 2, 3 times, I should say. Holy crap, that is a 25 initiative from Tana, followed by
I was just as startled.
a 23 from Osric. Then it is going to be a 22 from Lir'wen. Then Gaunt with a 16. Boom Boom with a 16. I'm just going to put Boom squared. Then it is going to be the Hurtalod. Then it is going to be Imogen, which honestly, at the bottom of the initiative is where you want her, because that's when all the death happens. All right, top of the initiative.
Not
This thing...
always.
A
Top
lot
of the
time.
initiative is great.
Top of the initiative is great. All right. You are going to hear a horrible scream as this thing wakes up, and it is Tana's turn. Tana, what do you do?
Gonna look around at the three of them and say, well, your party's missing a member, so this one's on me. Just gonna pull out a small vial of blood and just pour the contents out that just burns into nothingness before it hits the ground.
Okay.
60 feet away on the other side of the creature, she's summoning a greater demon.
Which greater demon are you summoning?
A
'Cause it's-
Varrock, I'll send you the stat sheet. It's a giant demon bird. It is CR6.
Sounds fantastic. You are going to run it for me, because I got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. There are
it is-
some complications around summon greater demon, of course, so I'll roll initiative for it. It'll have its own turns, or you can make it run on mine. It's up to you.
I'll make
but
it
I
run
could
on
lose
yours.
control of it, so okay, it
Of
sounds
course.
good.
Okay, give me 1 sec. So you're having it appear on the opposite side. Oop. It is not that big. It is large size.
Go.
That's a big bird.
All right, a giant Varrock appears on the other side in a puff of awful. And does D&D 5e does not have summoning sickness, so that means that I believe it acts in its round.
Oh, right, it probably does. Then I guess it's just going to total chaos attack because it can. It's got a multi-attack, one with a beak, one with talons. Let's do the talons first. It's going to just fly at it and slash.
Okay, sounds
So it
good.
has rolled a 17 on the beak.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
Whoops. And 12 on the talons.
Okay, the 12 is going to miss, but the first one is going to hit.
Okay, awesome. So then it's going to do... Oh my gosh, I rolled max damage. So 15 piercing damage with the beak.
15 piercing, and it is magical piercing damage, right?
I mean, it's a demon? So I'm not really sure. I don't think it's
melee
magical. I
weapon
think it's just a
attack,
beak.
magic resistance. Oh, actually, it is not magical.
Yeah, I think it's regular.
Okay, well,
It
still, that's
also has like damage resistances against non-magical attacks. But
perfect. That's still going to be 7 points of damage, and it's going to draw aggro. Beautiful. Anything else on your turn, Tana?
it needs to make a charisma save. And it
Okay.
fails. Thank goodness.
Okay, good. All right, top of the initiative. It is going to be Osric's turn. Osric is or not top of the initiative, but on the initiative, Osric is going to look at this thing and is going to cast Bestow Curse. Because... Oh, it's ranged touch. Damn it. Why is it always touch? Why is it always touch for stuff like this? You know what?
You need some levels of sorcerer. And just...
I really do.
Yeah.
He's going to cast
Meta
Sacred
magic.
Flame because he can.
Meta magic
And I
feat.
fail!
You should get the meta magic feat.
I should get the metamagic feat. All right, he's actually gonna. I actually rolled a 4, an 8 on this save, so that is not going to work. Sacred Flame is going to be 3d8 at this level, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be, well, actually 13 points of damage is 13 points of damage, as a Sacred Flame is lit on the top of this ventricle, burning away at this creature.
Get her, Lir'wen! It hurt him.
How the fuck am I getting up 50 feet, Osric?
Jump!
It's Lir'wen's turn.
So it's 50 feet up.
It's 50 feet up.
Is there weird gravity shenanigans here?
There is not, because in Spelljammer, when you're inside something with gravity, you localize to the gravity.
Okay, Lir'wen's just gonna hold out a finger to Osric. A very specific finger.
Do you hold up 6 of them? Or 4 of them?
Yeah, hold 6 of them up to Osric.
Wind. Step of the wind. Jump, jump, jump.
Yeah, it only doubles your jump distance.
You need Slippers of Spider Climb.
Yeah, but I do, but I didn't want to be an exact win replica.
Winning.
I needed another spell slot, which is what, or attunement slot, which is what was the problem.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Yeah. I'm going to bonus action patient defense and move closer to this thing because it's we all went before it.
Yep.
So she's gonna get right up there. Bonus action, patient defense. And then I'm going to... So when I hold my action, I can still take 2 attacks with it when the action gets triggered. Yes? If I'm holding my attack action...
Usually it's only
attacks,
usually it's only the 1 attack.
even when you hold it, not a reaction. Like if I'm holding
Well, you have to
specifically
spend
my attack.
you have to spend your reaction to take it if it's a held action, but I actually really don't like that rule. So yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Because I thought, yeah, cool.
You will
so,
take
yeah,
the
I will
entire
hold...
action. So if your attack action is the action, then yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, because my attack is 2 attacks
All right.
per attack action.
And what is the trigger though? Like, what is the trigger for this?
This thing gets in within 10 feet of my hands because I can reach that.
All right, sounds good. Anything else you're doing?
So if this thing gets within 10 feet of Lir'wen, she will punch it.
Perfect.
Because, she can. So yeah. So bonus action, patient defense, and that is her turn.
All right, Gaunt, it's your turn, and Boom Boom's turn.
Well, I'm gonna keep trying to piss it off, and we'll pew 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 again. Be like, get over here.
Okay.
19,
Hit.
21,
Hit.
and critical miss.
Ooh, a critical miss, you say? I love it. I'm gonna say that's gonna hit the Vrock. So roll me damage and roll the 3rd damage for the Vrock.
Okay. So, the Varrock, let's do that one first.
Okay.
Varrock takes 7.
Okay.
Beast takes 8 and 4.
8 and 4. All right, 12 points of damage. As you fire these Eldritch Blasts, they're going to streak across the room. The third one is going to streak up toward this creature's head as it pivots out of the way to let out a snarl, and the rock is going to be clipped by it. Anything else on your turn, Gaunt?
No.
Okay.
That's it for now.
All right. Pivoting around one of these side artery, these things that are clogged with gray stone, Boom Boom is going to look around the corner and start to shiver in his gears. And then is going to bolster himself and is going to clink clink forward and let out a gout of fire at the ceiling. That's not going to quite reach him, but is going to be kind of a show of bravado. You can almost picture this little cannon being like, and beating his chest. And that's Boom Boom's turn. All right, and it is the Herdiloid's turn. The Herdiloid is going to... Oh, I've got so many options. I've got a Vrock right on my ass, though. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use... before Boom Boom's turn is over, I'm going to use... Oh, you know what? I want... Lir'wen looks like she's hungry, or like she's something good. So, Lir'wen, go ahead and make your attacks. It's going to use a legendary action to sprint at you across the ceiling. You're going to hear a chunk, 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 as it runs down through the flame cover that Boom Boom inadvertently got it, or gave it, and is going to try to snap at you.
Okay, so but it's actually getting in range.
It's within 10, well, it's getting to 10 feet from you, because it has a reach
Sweet.
of 10 feet.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so 2 attacks.
Yep.
Cool.
So it is clinging to one of these side ventricle walls 10 feet off the
and
ground.
these are force damage. Sorry?
So it is clinging to one of the side walls about 10 feet off the ground.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So that is going to be a 28 to hit with one,
Yep, that'll hit.
and then a 16 to hit with the other.
Sounds good. Those are both
Cool.
gonna hit.
All right.
Roll me
let
damage.
me- Sweet. Oh shit! I should have done this on the first hit. Oh well. Can you make me a con save, please?
That is going to be a
Yeah.
16.
It is stunned.
I choose to succeed. Legendary resistance.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
Hey, that's the point of monks, is to burn me through those.
It's fair. It's fair. I was wondering. I didn't know if you'd use it with a sacred flame or not.
No, it's not worth it for Sacred Flame. That's just a little fire on my tummy.
Okay. So that's fine. You won't. You know what? Give me a second one. I hit with both.
Okay, one sec. Okay, that's gonna be a nat 20. All right, give me the damage though.
Cool. Just reading. Empowered arms. 1 turn each of your turn. You can deal an extra damage die. Nice. We love that. Cool. That's gonna be 12, 24, 32 points of force damage.
Holy crap. That makes me feel very justified in what I'm about to do. All right, so Lir'wen, it's going to rush down, and then on its turn, it is going to get cranked twice by your astral arms as it snarls down at you, and is going to do a multi-attack against you. So let's start off with a bite. Now I have disadvantage on this.
I can't hear. Yeah.
Why can't you hear?
You are glitching out. So I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you could hear or not about the disadvantage.
Am I glitching out for everybody else?
You were glitching a little, but mostly with the movements, for me, anyway.
Yeah.
and then Robin was glitching a little as well.
Okay. We're in the middle, for those of you who are tuning in right now, we're in the middle of like a big storm right now, so it's kind of affecting us a little bit. All right. So I have disadvantage against you on this, so that's gonna be a miss on that. That's gonna be not much. 1 sec while I just double check that. The bite is not gonna land because that is going to be a grand total of 17. So then it's gonna be 2 claw attacks. Oh, God damn it. I hate patient defense so much. You killed a nat 20. And you... Okay. 3 attacks against you. 1, 2, 3 attacks are not going to be able to make it through your patient defense. And I'm going to spend a hurt them more to get another bite attack. I'm going to try it. I'm using the wrong dice. That's why. Where did this dice come from?
I think they're the correct dice.
Yeah, right? I agree.
Damn it. Okay, it's going to take 2 bites at you and 2 of its claw attacks, but is not going to be able to meet your ridiculously atrocious AC of like 29 or whatever it is. And it is Imogen's turn.
Surprise, it's my turn. Okay, it's within range of me now, is it not?
It is dangling from the side of the ceiling, so you can make it around the corner and attack it.
Cool, I will do that.
Well, this is where my
And-
day gets a lot quicker. Here we go.
Not necessarily. I have disadvantage on everything.
It's true, but don't forget your first attack gets a D4.
Ooh, a D4. That'll... Actually, that won't... That might actually help this time. I was like, disadvantage could go very badly.
I mean, thankfully,
Cool.
like, most of Robin's arms are not actually, real, so if you cut them off, it's fine. They'll come back.
This is true. This is true. That is a 26.
A 26 is a hit.
Cool. I'm gonna do... Actually, on that one, I'm gonna do my goading attack.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm adding my superiority die to the damage roll. Oh, that's shit damage. Great. That's 11 damage,
on
but
the
you need
first-
to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I got a 16 on the dice. Let me just check his stats. Its stats. Oh, it's actually wiser than I think. That's an 18.
The DC was 18. Damn.
Sorry, it's not successfully goaded by you.
That's
but-
fine. I still hit it.
Okay, so that's 11 points of damage on the first hit.
Yeah, radiant.
Perfect. It is not immune to radiant damage. Go ahead and you've got a few more attacks though, so hit me.
Yep, the second one's a nat 1.
Okay. That sounds good to me. All right, so your second move, your second attack, you are going to take a swing and are going to step in a puddle of viscous blood and tumble to the ground, falling prone. However, you
Cool.
can't. You still have enough movement that you could stand up and make one more attack.
I will do that, please. Thank you. Jesus. That's a 19?
That's a hit.
Oh, thank God. Okay. As long as I don't roll a nat 1, I think I will do relatively well. It's just oof. That disadvantage.
It's true. All right.
And I'm not rolling great on damage either. That's another 11 radiant.
Another 11. All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think I'm good for right now.
Okay. Summoning your blade into your hand, you step forward and lash out with 2 strikes that are going to bury itself deep inside of the what is this thing? The hurtleode. The hurtleode is going to let out a roar of pain and is going to charge at Gaunt. Not provoking an attack of opportunity because it uses its sprint ability as it charges across the room.
Ooh, earns.
Directly at him. And I'm gonna spend a hurt the more to make a bite attack against Gaunt. Gaunt, does a 23 hit you?
Oh yeah, my AC is 16.
Cool. It's going to charge you and is going to let out a bite. Gaunt, that's going to be 20 points of piercing damage and 11 points of poison damage. And I need you to make me a strength save.
Strength save will be 13.
All right, it's going to let out a roar as it charges toward you, completely overwhelmed by bloodlust. It lets out that roar, charges you, and...
Sorry, could you give me those damages again?
Absolutely. 20, and then 11 poison. And it swallows you whole.
Sweet. I got it right where I want it.
Carve it from within.
All right, inside of it, you are blinded and restrained, but you have total cover. So you know what? It's all coming up Gaunt. All right, top of the initiative, it is Tana's turn. Tana, what are you doing?
Oh, bloody hell. I guess it's time to Eldritch Blast this thing.
Please do.
It's a 21. Say 12. And a 17.
You have determination for that 12 if you want.
You know what? I do feel pretty determined in this moment because we got some warlock solidarity going on here, and I probably shouldn't let one of the heroes get digested or something. They seem important to the universe.
That sounds good. So, that is going to hit all 3 of them.
Okay, sweet. So 9 damage, 7 damage, and 2 damage. So a total of 18.
18 damage are going to slam into this creature. Boom, 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 boom. And it's going
and then
to...
I guess she'll order the Vrock to go slash at the thing.
All right.
Within 60 feet? This thing can only fly 60 feet, so hang on. It is good.
45 feet. Nice and easy.
Try to position pretty sensibly in case something goes wrong here. And then that thing is going to attack as well. Let's do... It has like silly abilities that I'm sure this thing is immune to or that would really impact my allies. So we're just going to tell it to slash at the thing.
Sounds good.
So 14.
That's a hit.
And a 18.
Those are both hits.
So then on the beak, we got 2d6 plus 3. It's going to be 11 plus 3, so that's 14. And then for the talons, 10 plus 2 plus 3, so 15. So 14 and 15, 29 non-magical damage.
29 non-magical damage. Still pretty good.
Does it matter between piercing and slashing?
It does not.
Yeah, so then 29 non-magical damage.
And make me that charisma
and
save.
I just make a charisma save. Oh, my heart is 1 under. Oh my goodness.
All right.
It's not necessarily apocalyptic if it succeeds. It just could become very quickly apocalyptic if it succeeds.
I love it. I love it. So it's going to slash into it, cutting into its fleshless torso. Blood is going to seep down to the ground, and it's going to rear its head back, and then you're going to see its stomach muscles go as this gastro noise echoes out. Gaunt, you're going to take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Am I?
You're going to take 5 if I'm not mistaken then, right?
No, I'm going to use the ability from that wonderful feat that you made me.
Oh no.
I'm not going to take any.
God damn it. Okay, it's going... So, it is going to... You've never seen a creature this ugly look this confused and dismayed as it tries to force itself to digest Gaunt to steal his life force, only to ring... Because I only gain the damage I take, it gains 0 hit points back. I'm very frustrated with this. I love it.
Hoisted by your own feetard.
Oh, dang it. All right, so with that, that's gonna be its turn. Tana, you did. That's the Vrock's turn. Osric is going to. I can't see him. Balls. You Toll the Dead. Nope, it saved. So a bell is going to echo out, and this thing is going to kind of quirk an eyebrow over toward Osric as a bell just appears in the air going jung, jung, jung. And he goes, ah, hell, as this thing looks at him and licks its lips, seeing a sinewy, jerky old man, very leathery old man that will probably digest real well. And Lir'wen, it is your turn.
All right, it is order time.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it is. Cause fuck it, let's go. Lir'wen's gonna run up to this thing and start making her attacks. So I'll start with the 2.
Okay.
I'll start with the 1 and then get you to make me a con save. Let's burn through these.
Start with the 1. Okay.
Legendary
That's
resistances.
gonna
Well, I just need to
be-
make sure I hit. I need to make sure I hit
That's
first
fair.
because it doesn't count
That's
unless I hit.
It doesn't count unless you hit.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, hold on.
And this is where all of my legendaries go away.
Yep. So yeah, 25 to hit for the first one.
That hits. 18 on the save.
Okay, so that fails.
Oh, what do I need? A 19?
19.
Okay, legendary.
Okay. All right, second attack.
I'm gonna use a wait for it.
22 to hit.
Okay. This is come on.
Key point.
I'm gonna spend a legendary for that botch.
Fuck.
Hey,
And
you made him burn through a couple.
It's true.
Well,
All right, bonus action. Flurry of blows.
okay.
Actually, is that like all the legendaries now? If they usually have like 3?
If it's 3, it is.
Yeah.
If it's not, we got
I'm
more.
back, baby.
What?
He still
Are you-
has
are you
hurt the
d-
Moors.
Are you using another one?
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I'm gonna flurry of blows and do 2 more attacks. Yep.
Okay. And you're doing 2 more stuns?
We'll see. The first flurry is probably not gonna hit. That's a 12.
That's a 12. You don't have determination. All right, that's gonna miss.
All right, and then the last one. Oh my gosh. That'll probably miss too. 13. Because I
That's
rolled a
gonna miss.
3 and then a 4.
Damn it, I pre-rolled my con save and I got a nat 20. Thanks for making me lose my nat 20.
Haha, that's what you get for pre-rolling.
That's what I get for pre-rolling. I'm
All
just
right,
trying
so
to make the stream go
two
faster.
hits.
Okay, give me damage.
2 hits. I'll use my...
I'm gonna regret not having those
empowered
legendaries
arms.
in a minute.
Hmm?
I'm gonna regret not having those legendaries in a minute.
Yep. Oof. That damage dice. Ouch. Well, I'm glad the first hit was good, because these 2 don't look great. Oh, that's a grand total of 18.
18.
Force
This thing is looking rough as your astral arms take chunks out of it. Inside of its belly, Gaunt, you are going to be knocked around like you are on one of those simulator rides, and you are going to feel a sudden sharp pain in your posterior.
Oh, fuck.
There's something lodged right up against your butt. Like, it's getting real friendly.
Is it the rod?
I don't know. You'll have to investigate on your turn. Gaunt, it's your turn.
Oh,
sorry.
Lir'wen's not done.
Oh, you're not? What do you still have?
I have my movement. I have 60 feet of movement and mobile. So
That's true.
Lir'wen's
Sorry.
gonna fuck off.
Oh, that's probably a great.
You'd like to not be here.
All
Yeah,
right, so
Lir'wen's gonna
all right,
fuck off.
all right. So you are going to brush back to Gaunt's butt. Gaunt, what do you do?
I take out my immovable rod and I set it in place.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna go.
Oh,
click.
and I'll hex it.
Okay, do I have a save on hex? No, it automatically
Oh,
works.
no, my Hexblade's cursed, sorry.
Your curse
Beautiful.
automatically works. Okay, so there is going to be a. Can you also make me an investigation check to investigate your ass?
I will investigate my ass, and... Oh, I might actually not do well at this. Investigation, that'll be an 8.
I'll give you advantage on investigating your own ass.
That'll be an 8.
So you're feeling around, you can't quite get your arms down there. You're like, something is prodding you in the butt, and this is really uncomfortable.
That's alright. It's good. I got it right where I want it. Immovable rod from inside its stomach.
Okay, that is beautiful, and we
It's gonna
love
try
it
and
here.
Chase Lir'wen. It's gonna try and chase Lir'wen. Oh, this is gonna be great.
You're going to hear tick, 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 tick from outside as we pan through the monster's stomach and see this tiny little cannon creature wander up and go, boom. And I need a dex save. I rolled a nat 1 against Boom Boom.
Boom, boom, big day.
Boom Boom, big day. Oh my god. I have to remember, I think it does 3d6 damage.
Rosie will be so proud.
Hold on, I gotta check its stats. 1 sec. Or 1 sec. Flamethrower, 2d8 fire damage. So with our botch rules, that's 48. I could have rolled better. So that's 2, 9, 16 points of fire damage erupt out of it, burning into this thing. Beautiful job, Boom Boom. It is the Hurtaloid's turn. The Hurtaloid, you know what? Before Boom Boom's turn is... No, I moved after my turn last round, so it is going to be my turn again from the start. And it is going to attempt to charge Lir'wen. Now, hold on. An immovable rod, a DC 30 strength check.
To move 10 feet.
Yep.
And just imagine what this is going to do to the inside of its stomach.
I'm working on it. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. That's a 2. So it's going to be burned. We're going to pan up, and it's going to go... Chunk. And is going to look down at its gullet, where you see this huge protrusion, the size of an immovable rod, sticking out of it. And... Oh, hold on. Here's a question. I'm very sorry to say this. It is going to look down and is going to let out a roar and is going to push forward. This thing weighs more than 8,000 pounds. Its weight is going to cause the rod to deactivate as it's moving.
It was worth a shot.
It's still going to slow it down for a second, but reading the rules on a movable rod, I will say that is going to do, let's say 2d6 points of force damage to its guts before it turns off. So roll me that.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Thank you.
I think that's fair. It's going to reach through its guts before it hits something solid enough that the weight is going to overwhelm it.
11.
Damn, that's a lot of damage. This thing is not doing well. It is going to... Okay, it's going to move forward, moving out of the Varrock's range. The Varrock is going to get an opportunity attack. You got a 9. That's not going to hit it, unfortunately. It's going to launch itself at Imogen because Lir'wen is a hard snack to bite, and this thing is... Yeah, Imogen's also directly in my line of sight. Ooh, you know what? It was going
Yeah,
to...
bite me, bitch.
No. I said last round, it was going after Osric.
It's fair
never said it was
until
going after
Lir'wen punched it a bunch of times in the stomach.
That's fair. Okay, so it's going to go after you, and then is going to just decide that, that Imogen's good enough. So Imogen, does a 26 hit you?
Sure does, baby.
Sure does, baby. All right, can you make me a strength save?
It's a save, so I'm not at disadvantage, right?
Poison gives you disadvantage on...
Ability checks and attack rolls.
Oh, yeah, it's not save. So yeah, you're good.
Cool. That is a 21.
That is just enough not to be swallowed. However, you're going to take 18 points of regular damage, of regular piercing, and 24 points of poison damage.
Okay, and the regular piercing is non-magical, correct?
It is non-magical.
Cool, so I take 15 because of my heavy armor master.
Ooh, beautiful. Okay, and then it is going to make 2 claw attacks against you, which are going to be a 17, that's not going to hit, and a 24, however, which is going to deal 15 points of non-magical slashing.
Did you reduce that already, or is that total?
I have not reduced it yet, so 12, I believe.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that is going to be its turn as it rushes forward. And Lir'wen, oh, pardon me, Imogen, you're up.
Sorry, you just gave me a bunch of math to do.
Totally. Too many maths.
So many hit points. Right. Oh, well, that hurt, but it hurt less than falling through the astral plane. So I'm going to I'm gonna attack it back. Attack it back.
All right, attack me.
Oh, fuck! Stupid disadvantage that burned a nat 20. But it is still a 27 to hit.
That will absolutely hit.
That one's worse. I'll risk it. That's a 15.
That's a hit.
Oh yeah, big boy hit.
Oh no.
God damn it, another nat 20 gone. Fuck this poison. But that is more than I... Oh, so because I hit on a 15, that means as long as I roll at least a 3, I hit it.
That's beautiful.
That's pretty great. So I did roll like a 9 on that, so that's still a 20 something. That's a 20 something.
That's gonna
I can
work.
math. Cool. We're going to do this. Ooh, that's much better damage. 18 plus 24. Hey, I did the same damage back to it that it did with its bite. 18 plus 24. Math. 32. 42.
Holy crap. Beautiful hit there. 42
wow.
points of damage.
And then I'm gonna action surge.
Oh god, why you gotta do it? I'm
Gotta,
gonna...
gotta.
Oh, I can't even use my legendaries because it's not the end of your turn. Great.
Yep. That will be a 16 for the first hit.
That's a hit.
That is... Do I have determination back? I don't think I do.
You do not. Oh, actually, yes, you do.
Oh, I do. Yay. I'm going to spend determination to make that a 18.
Okay, that's a hit.
And then that is well into the 20s.
All right,
cool.
Give it to me.
3, 10, 13, 27, 37 points of radiant.
How do you do it?
Yes! No more edging the giant monsters for me.
Yay!
I think because it's big, right? Like it's huge.
Very big. Think of it like, you ever seen those Sinclair dinosaurs outside of gas stations, like the brontosauruses?
No.
Okay, it's a U.S. thing. Don't worry about it. It is about the size of like a school bus or bigger.
Okay. Is there room for me to potentially run like kind of under it, or is it on the ground?
100%.
Cool. I would like to run under it and slice along with my radiant sunblade along its belly.
So it's not that tall, but I'll make you a compromise. The floor is gooey. You can slide and slice.
That sounds great.
Slip and slice. Slip and slice.
Yeah.
Perfect. You are going to slide across the floor, rending it in twain, and as you do, it is going to let out a horrible death throw as it thrashes and drops to the ground, but not before its guts, completely empty, dropping Gaunt, an immovable rod, and Gaunt.
And then the broken immovable rod.
It's not broken, it's just deactivated.
Oh, yeah.
Does it reactivate when it comes out? just like, oh no.
All right. And with that, this creature falls to the ground and dies.
Whew.
Beneath it,
Nice.
Gaunt, you smell awful.
I had it right where I wanted it.
Under my blade?
Yes.
Good.
And
That was
as
really
Gaunt is like sitting on the ground, kind of like composing himself, anybody who looks at him, it's sure the way that his cloak is, he looks really, really excited to have been on the inside of that creature. There is a large cylindrical protrusion sticking out like between his pants, basically.
cool. Lir'wen's gonna grab for it with one of her force hands.
You are... Gaunt, someone's gonna try to grab at your crotch.
Oh my goodness.
Stare at her, just kind of like, what are you doing?
And as you pull the shaft away from Gaunt's pants, it is going to be revealed to be one of the pieces of the rod of 7 parts.
Oh, that's what that was.
Drops the rod after hearing that.
Oh, should definitely do in the
Where
background while
was
this is
that?
happening is go dismiss a demon, give it a little boop on the snoot, tell it a
I'm
good job
free!
was done, not let it make more charisma saves because it almost passed.
Oh no.
Balls!
Good job, team Gaunt. That's an interesting technique.
I thought you all did really well.
Yeah. You did a good job too, Tana.
Oh,
Summoning
I
the
didn't do
demon?
anything.
You summoned the demon.
You were down a party member. I thought I would fill in.
You did great. Thank you.
You don't happen to
Yeah.
have prestidigitation or something, do you?
Oh, do you want to be cleaned up?
I'd appreciate that.
Look, if it's
Yeah,
dead,
me
maybe
too.
we should just get out of here. I don't think that, Ugh. Mm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't feel very well.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. It's funny. Usually, typically, if normal gender stereotypes existed, Imogen would be the one that was queasy and hiding
am.
for the fight, and Osric would have been the one slicing and dicing. But I like the reversal.
Yes, we're very progressive.
Okay, let's progress our way out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Imogen's gonna start walking towards the exit because fresh air, please.
Well, everyone's gonna take a quick look around this heart and see if there's anything else of note.
So is Gaunt.
Same.
Every day you get to
Imogen's gonna
decide
drag
whether
Osric
to
with
go.
her, like to fresh air.
I don't have a rod between. Well, I mean, I do, but just saying. Aren't you just a gasp of fresh air?
The two of them are going to head out.
Gasp you.
You would be so lucky.
As you head out, the rest of you are going to check around. The next room contains a flooded atrium. The air there is humid and pooled on the floor as black sludge that shimmers like an oil slick. Looking down at it, anybody who is trained in Arcana at this level is going to be able to recognize this. This is the pooled blood of the god Havock, whose heart you reside within at the moment.
It's free real estate. Pulling out some vials.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some of that.
Okay.
Lir'wen doesn't know because she's not trained in Arcana, so she's just gonna like.
You can make me the roll if you'd like to see if you could figure it out.
Sure. Or if not, Lir'wen's just gonna lick it. Arcana? 13.
13. You have actually, that is exactly what you need to succeed. My bad. You lean down and start to lick it, and then realize it's the blood of a god called Havoc, and probably don't want that inside you.
Gonna take a couple vials out of our pack. Grab
Alright.
some Havoc blood.
Sounds good. Remind me that you have that later if you try to use it in combat, or, to make waffles.
Is it spicy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you taste it?
Blood waffles.
You know what? Like, I think he actually would taste like just like a tiny bit.
You're going to take 14 points of force damage the second it touches your tongue. It's spicy. In fact, as you do that, you're going to put a little drip on, and the front of your tongue is going to explode.
Wow.
Oh.
I was gonna eat that, and I'm more flesh than you are. That's gonna be really useful.
I
Okay, you're gonna need more than prestidigitation at this point. Let's get you fixed up.
Osric!
So anyway, I says to Sheila, I says,
Up on the brow, drinking like a glass of champagne. And with that,
You gotta come back here. You gotta come up
Yeah,
here
you
to where
got-
there's
you got-
fresh air.
all right. And so with that, you head back above board, leaving the heart of Havoc behind. As soon as you do, there's going to be a strange feeling that shivers around you, Tana, as you feel the spatial distortions fade away. Now that the rod of 7 parts is removed from the inside of the heart of Havoc, it appears that the spatial distortions have gone, and teleportation should function as normal.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I can get you back now.
Oh. That'd be great. We need to find Rosie first, though, before we leave.
Oh, of course. No rush on it. Just something in the air. In the sea,
Yeah.
air, You know what I mean?
Are you gonna stay here?
Me? I mean,
Mm.
it's been an honor, but I've got an awkward date and a dog's friend to rescue from the void. So yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I live here, you know? I mean, hey, I wasn't too sure when Milena introduced us, but I'm pretty sure that god's got no chance against you lot, hey? I look forward to reading about it in a book. Oh, come on. If anyone's going down in history, it's Death Wish. Just don't get porn written about you, unless you want to. That's your call.
If you're bored, I've been in a couple of adult films on Hexflix. Feel free to check them out.
Note to self, note to self. Let's say you can always write if you want.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go up to Tana and just extend my hand?
She's gonna take it and then pull you into a hug. You're a good egg, hey? Okay, also we need his tongue fixed so he can say stuff. This is really funny, but probably not ideal.
Ozark is gonna kind of look over and, why is Gaunt sounding like a zombie? It's the bit's kind of,
Blew his tongue off.
Oh, for God's sake. For God's sake. Tomorrow, have some fun. Give this loser back his tongue.
Ugh.
Better?
Yeah.
Well.
Who'd have thought the blood of a god would do that?
To be honest, I've never tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of tempted now.
Just don't use it as a
Healing's
lubricant.
not my thing, so...
Miss Starbell, it's been a pleasure.
No, likewise.
I look forward to reading that book.
Well, so where are you going next? Do you know where the next piece is?
Not even remotely.
No, we bring it back to the thing, and then the next portal kind of opens itself up to us.
Oh, wow. So you're really being led around by the nose on this one, then?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Oh, well. The next great adventure, right?
One step
I'm
closer
sure
to
you'll
the
have
ring.
some fun. And we'll
Speaking of
smirk at those two again.
Speaking of which, where is Rosie anyway?
And as he says that, we are going to cut to the outside of a room on the first section of the ship that you'd been on, and the sound of a pair of girlish voices giggling conspiratorially. But I think we're going to have to wait to see what happens there until next game. Folks, we are going to be off for a month. We've got a trip down to Big Bad Con, and then I am away for 2 Fridays worth of weeks. And we have Extra Life on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Vecna Eve of Ruin. We are heading somewhere really fun next episode, and I can't wait to tell you who our guest star is, but that's a secret for now. Thanks to everybody who came and rated us tonight. Thanks for everybody who spent some time with us. And I hope you had a great time with us. Also, Millie, thank you for being here. I know you signed up for a 2-episode stint. It ended up being a 4-episode stint. And I know it's super late where you are.
I'm going to get some sleep.
You're going to get some sleep.
But it's been really fun. This is a rad crew.
It's always fun to play with you. I promise that the next game that you're in will run before 11 p.m. your time.
that does always sound ideal.
Right? It always it helps it work a little better. But hey, folks, if you want to support the channel, first off, go support Bunnyhearted. Go to twitch.tv/Bunnyhearted. Go join Bunnyhearted's Patreon. Go and support the
You're such a
raddest,
dork.
the raddest VTuber in the multiverse. Go check them out. They're amazing. Done. But if you want to help us directly, you can also, of course, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, and share with your friends. But you can also join our Patreon, where we have a ton of additional features. You can join the likes of our divine producers, my mom and Shikon De Vermillion, our demonic producer, Sorcerer Sanguine, our wizards of the Patreon. We have 4 of them now. Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, Karasha Urquhart, and Big Nut. Our monster maker, Soul Omen, and our High Council, Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Eladeth, Larouk, Kelowna Curd, Mike Baxter, Brian Kaler, Nerdy Metal Gent, and Grumpy Owl. It is wonderful to have all of you on the Discord, all of you in the Patreon. You're all amazing people. Thank you for helping us defeat Vecna, or at least work our way toward it. We will see you in the next episode. And thanks for being patient while we dealt with Tekna tonight, because this stream has a tech curse attached to it. But it's just Vecna trying to stop us. But he won't. We're going to shove this rod up his butt. We'll see you next time here on Vecna Eve of Ruin. Good night, everybody.